What's up, champion? How you doing? Awesome. What's up? What's up, feelers? What's up, champions? What y'all got going on this morning, man? Mid-month checkup from the neck up, man. Mid-month checkup. How is your month going so far this month? How is your month going? Are you on pace right now? How is your month going? Are you on pace right now? Mid-month checkup. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in here. Share the stream. Share the dream. Come on in here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hit me back with some good mornings. Say, what's up, Shock? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mid-month checkup. How are your numbers this morning? How are your numbers this morning? How are you guys doing this morning? Are we on pace to hit our forecast? Are we on pace to hit our goals? How are your numbers this morning? So look, man, a little trick that I used to use at some of the dealerships that I was in charge of when I was in charge of the F&I department. For my stores, one of the tricks, you tracking ahead, good for you, man. That's what I'm talking about. This is stuff that you should know every day, by the way. Like every day that you walk into your dealership, you should know exactly where you're sitting at every day. Like that should be the first thing that you do in the morning. Like you should walk into your dealership, you should say hi, you should say what's up to everybody, you know what I mean? Get your little coffee, whatever, your little bathroom break. And the first thing you need to do when you walk into your store is you need to pull your numbers. You need to find out where your numbers are. You need to know exactly where it is that you're sitting, right? And then what you need to do is you need to place those numbers against your forecast, against your benchmark, right? And then you'll be able to tell, hey, this is what I need to do moving forward, okay? So you ought to allow your benchmark, allow your forecast to tell you exactly what you need to do during that day, all right? So that's a little trick that I used to do in my stores, right? Like in some of my stores, I had 34 stores that I ran the F&I department for. And in some of my stores, we'd have a mid-month close. Robin, you remember that? The mid-month close, right? Down there in Raul's store in West Palm Beach, remember? We'd have the mid-month close, so we'd close on the 15th of the month and then again on the 30th or the 31st of the month. So, and what that was designed to do was to make sure that you were on track. It made all the sense in the world, right? So you always want to know exactly where it is that where you're sitting at so that you know, so that you can make sure that you're putting in enough activity, so that you can make sure that you're putting in enough work so that when the end of the month comes around, you're not that far off, right? You're not that far off from your target. So you want to make sure those things, all right? You want to ensure that A, you get your numbers, right? And B, that you make your paycheck, right? Nothing in F&I should be a surprise to you. You know, that's the thing. It should never be a surprise to you, right? Things catch mediocre F&I managers off guard, right? Like not hitting your numbers, not making the money that you want to make throughout the month. That'll catch a mediocre F&I manager off guard, but it's not gonna catch. It's not gonna catch a good F&I manager off guard, right? Like I'm in this Cadillac dealership right now. I'm having my Cadillac service right now, and you got salespeople. Some of them in their office and they're working. They're grinding, making sure they're hitting their numbers. What's up, champion? I'm looking for ups for you, man. We'll find some ups out here for you. Sitting in his office, right? So I'm in here having my, how you doing, man?
All right, thank you, sir.
I'm in here having my Cadillac service. And so, I thought about you guys like it's the middle of the month. And we got to go out here and make this money, man. We got 2 more weeks left. We got this week left. We got next week left. We got to make sure we go out here and get this money, right? What questions you guys got for me this morning? Like, since I'm here and I'm having my Cadillac service, I'm going to be answering questions this morning too. Like, what is it that I can do to help you guys out, man? What is it that I can do to help you guys? What is it that I can do to help push you guys? What is it that I can do to help move you guys' numbers? What is it that I can do? Hang on for just a second. Hey, man, let me get a business card from you, champ.
Yeah.
Did you check out the F&I 20 group?
I hadn't yet.
You hadn't? What's your name?
Dwayne.
Dwayne. Say what's up to Dwayne, y'all. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
This is a live stream I'm doing inside the group this morning, man.
Okay.
I told you we're all over the country. So I told Dwayne, look, he's the finance manager here at this Buick store in Charleston. I'm sorry, this Cadillac store. I don't know why I said Buick. This Cadillac store in Charleston. And I told him to jump in. For some reason, you've never heard of the F&I 20 group?
I saw some stuff on it. I think I've gotten an email on it before.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So he's heard a little bit about the F&I 20 group, so I told him to jump. Also, you see this? Look me up on there, man.
YouTube?
Yeah. So he had heard a little bit about the F&I 20 group, but for some reason on God's green earth, he wasn't a part of it. So I invited him to be a part of it. So come on in, man.
All right.
All right?
Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm here to get my car service, by the way, man. Okay. My ATS service. So, what can I do for you guys this morning, man? Let's see. Why haven't the salespeople come up to you and ask how the Cadillac was treating you and how many miles on it? Dude, they were in their office. I don't know. Because me and you think alike, bro. Like I'm hitting it. You know what I mean? I'm sitting over in service. If I'm a salesperson, I'm going to try to get me some ups in service. And you know what? There's nobody over there. Maybe they eating good. Who knows? But let me see. Nope. It's quiet as a mouse over here, man. Look. It's quiet as a mouse. Anywho, so let's talk about the month, though, man. Let's talk about how we can get this month popping, man, so we can make this money, right? So what questions y'all got, man? Because this month is going to be the money month, man. Enough of the mediocre excuses, right? Because that's what people do. When they don't make the money that they want to make, right? When they don't hit the numbers that they want to hit, then they make excuses and mask them as reasons, right? Oh, it was a bad month, right? We had a lot of cash deals, right? We did a lot of leasing. Y'all do a lot of leasing and cash here, man? Or mostly finance?
Most months is about 30% lease.
30% lease, and what about cash?
Cash, 30 to about 25-30%.
Really? So y'all do about 45 to 50% finance deals? Okay. All right. How do you do?
All right.
You do okay?
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. All right. So that's what's up, man. So you know what happens, man, when people don't hit their numbers, they make excuses, mask them as reasons, talk about every reason why they not hitting their numbers, right? Why they not getting their PVR, why they not making the gross, right? Why they not doing this, why they not doing that, right? But in reality, it's because they're not paying attention to the grind, right? In reality, it's because they're not paying attention to where they're at every single minute of every single day, right? In reality, it's because they're not figuring out what their numbers are after every time they do a deal, right? Because if you do that, then that's what I call silent motivation, right? To turn a motivation, right? You do a cash deal and you don't make any money on it, but you got another cash deal coming, right? And you place that cash deal against your existing numbers that you didn't make any money on, right? You place that cash deal against your existing numbers, right? And you see how that affected your numbers. Guess what? That's going to give you that internal motivation on that next cash deal. But if you don't, right, then it's that out of sight, out of mind type deal, right? You did this cash deal. All right, instead of putting this cash deal against my numbers, I'm just going to go grab this next cash deal and I'm going to figure it out at the very end. Nah. In your opinion, what menu is fast and easy to load? I don't like menus, man. Craig, I don't like menus. I think menus are outdated. It's old school. It's outdated. I guarantee if I go ask old boy over there, he's going to be like, yeah, I use a menu, right? Menus are old and outdated, man. So I don't like menus. So in that regard, I would tell you any one of them, because all of them are worthless in my opinion, right? I teach a new, the system I teach and the way that I teach, the presentation that I teach is completely different than a menu. Dude, or you at car lot or funeral home? Dude, I know, right? What time is it? I know. It is Cadillac, I guess, but I know. I'm with you. So that's why I'm spending time with y'all, man. But I spend time with y'all anyway. You know what I mean? Because I care about you guys, right? These people over here, I don't, maybe they get paid a whole lot of salary. I don't know. Let's go check in on my man over here. Go get your appointment, champion, and close him. Close your guy. How you doing, man? I'm Shaka, by the way.
Rich?
Yeah. Good to meet you, man. You sell cars here?
Yeah.
How long you been selling cars here?
I've been with Baker for 7 years now.
7 years?
Yeah, I've gone back from here to, 6.5. Going on 7 years. How about that?
Okay. Nice.
And, I've been back before with, Cadillac.
Okay.
How about yourself?
I run a company called Dealer F&I University, but more important than that, man, flip that. Mm-hmm. So I run a group, or I'm part of a group called the F&I 20 group. I'm actually live in the F&I 20 group right now. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys.
But it's a network of F&I salespeople, general managers, GSMs, people. It's about 10,000 people, man, all over the country. It's just us, and it's meaning dealer employees, and it's bank reps, etc., man. People use it as a resource, man. We love networking with each other. People in Washington, D.C. are networking with people in Dallas every day who are, you know what I mean? So it's just a great community, man. So I invite you to it, man. If you ever get on Facebook, I don't know if you do, but if you ever are, you definitely want to be in that group, man.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook there.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but not on this. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, you definitely want to join that group, man. I'll approve you. I founded that group about 2.5 years ago, man, and it's a phenomenal group. Got lots of people on it. There's people on this live stream right now. And if you ever need help, they're here to help you, because that's what they're here for, man. They'll jump in and they'll help you out with whatever you need, etc. Man, they're in Australia, they're in Canada, so it's phenomenal, dude. How many cars you sell a month on average?
10 to 12 a month.
10 to 12 a month. So
All depends on the month it is.
it all depends on the month, what month it is. Oh, okay. So
We have the demand. We have the supply, but the demand has been kind of low.
the demand has been kind of low.
We
Gotcha.
got plenty of cars.
Yeah, I see that, man. Y'all got some plenty of cars, nice cars too, man. So, if you sell 10 to 12 cars a month, there's people in this group that sell 30 cars a month and 40 cars a month. So if you were in there, you say, hey, what tips would you give me, to drive more traffic into my store or et cetera? It's people in this group that say, hey, try this. Hey, try that. Hey, try. You know what I mean? Just stuff you don't get every day. I wish this was around when I was selling cars. You know what I mean? So it's good for that. Plus you have GMs and owners and people in here like that who can give you advice on, hey, if I were you, I'd do this, I'd do that. You know what I mean? So it's a good resource, man.
All about getting me myself.
It's a good resource, or just getting help. You know what I mean? Just getting help. It's free and it equates to revenue,
You're right.
which is what matters, right?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Dude, I'm trying to help folks everywhere I go. No. He said 10 to 12, not 15, 10 to 12. So maybe you can help him out, right? Maybe he'll jump in there, and then maybe you can help him out, right? While they doing my stuff. So where we sitting at, man? Where we sitting at? You know, here's what I want you to do this morning. I want you to pull your benchmark. If you guys don't have benchmarks at your store, I need for you to get some benchmarks, get a forecast, right? I need you to say, all right, this month I want to make this type of gross. Well, it says Baker, GMC, Buick. Where? So this is a standalone Cadillac dealership, and then in the back. Sorry about that. Kind of walked out of the Wi-Fi range. They come in here to see you, champ. So, yeah, it's a standalone Cadillac dealership. The Buick GMC store is back there behind the Cadillac dealership. But look, like I was saying, I want for you guys to, those of you in F&I right now, and even those of you in sales right now, right? You need to figure out, like, if you don't have benchmarks at your store, in my dealerships, we have benchmarks, right? Because you have to manage your expectation, right? You don't know how to run your month if you don't have a destination, okay? So get yourself some benchmarks, right? Write them down on a piece of paper, right? This month, I'm on pace to do 75 deals, right? I have to be at $1,400 a copy, right, which is going to generate me X amount of dollars, right? So take your 75 times 1,400, and that should give you the total gross, right? Then, once you have that done, then you do where you're currently at, okay? So say you have 40 deals done, right, and you're at $1,200 a copy, okay? So you take that 40 and you take that 1,200 and you multiply that and you say, all right, this is the amount of gross. And then what you're doing is you're taking your forecast gross, subtracting your current gross, and that's going to give you the gross where you need to be, okay? That's going to give you how much gross you have left, okay? And then you take your deals, your 75 deals, and you minus the current 40 deals that you're at, that's going to give you 35 deals. So you take the gross that you have left to get, and then you divide that by the 35 deals that you have left to do, and then that's going to give you what PVR that you need to run, okay? What's up, champion? What's up, David? How you doing, man? From California. What's happening? So I'm trying to help you guys. We're trying to make sure that we make it happen, right? We're trying to make sure that we make it happen. Here, I'm going to grab a calculator. I'm going to show you real quick. Hey, man. Hey, champion, can I see a calculator real quick?
No.
Thank you. All right, so let me show you guys what I mean, okay? So let's all do this together, okay? So if you have a forecast, okay, and say you're going to do 75 deals, right? So you're going to do 75 deals, all right? So on a sheet of paper, you should have 75 written down, okay? And then if your benchmark is $1,400 a copy at your dealership, okay, so I need you to write down $1,400, right? So 75 and 1,400. 75 deals times 1,400, okay, and what does that give you? All right, so that would give you $105,000 in gross, okay? So say that was your benchmark for the month, that you were going to do 75 deals this month and you were going to run $1,400 a copy, okay? Regardless as if it was cash, regardless as if it were lease, cash, or like this guy said, hey, he does 45 to 50% finance deals and the rest are lease or cash, whatever, right? Your deal is you want to run, you're going to do 75 deals and you want to run 1,400 a copy in your store, regardless of the book of business. I don't care if it's all cash deals, if you're at a Subaru dealership, at a Volkswagen dealership, say that's your benchmark, okay? So your overall gross at the end of the month should be $105,000, okay? And then you can figure your pay plan against that, right? But since we're in the middle of the month, what we want to do is we want to figure out where we're at in reference to our benchmark or forecast, and then what we need to run, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say we're at 40 deals so far this month. I don't know how many deals you're at. Somebody in the comments down here, tell me how many deals you're currently at so far this month. Somebody tell me currently where you're at this month. Are you at 30 deals? Are you at 50 deals? Are you at 40 deals? Right? If you're going to run 75 deals this month, you should be somewhere around 35 to 40 deals, right? So say you're at 40 deals, okay? So underneath the 75, okay, so you're going to do, Jacob, you're at 70 deals currently? You're at 70 deals currently this month? That means you're on pace to do 140? Jacob, I hope that 70 deals is your total for the whole month instead of like you're going to do 70. You're currently at 70 deals? Dude, y'all need another finance manager, right? Because if you're doing 140, if you're going to do 175 deals this month, dude, you're going to lose money and wear yourself out at the same time, brother. You need to get yourself another finance manager in addition to yourself so that you don't have to wear yourself out. Plus, you can maximize every deal. Plus, you can make all the dough, right? So Craig says, hey, he's at 43 deals, okay? So on a piece of paper up underneath the 75, you need to have 43 written down, okay? And Craig, I'm just going to make up a PVR, all right? And let's say Craig is running $1,300 a copy, okay? So 43, and you have that 1,300 written down there, okay? Next to the 43. So you take the 43 times the 1,300. And that's going to give you 55,900. What do you mean you have 3 in the box? Oh, you guys need to add a 4th in the box, man. There's no reason why any one of you guys should run 175 deals by yourself, dude. There's no reason, right? It ain't doing nothing but wearing you out. All right, so 43 deals times 1,300 is 55,900, right? Remember, the goal is 75 deals, 1,400 a copy, and 105,000 in gross, right? So then what I want you to do is I want you to take that 75, subtract that 43, and that's going to give you 32, okay? So that's going to give you 32, right? 75 minus the 43 gives you 32, okay? And then I want you to take that 105, and I want you to subtract that 55,000, okay? I think it was 55,900. And that says 32 deals, and you have 49,100 left on the table, right? So you have to gross 49,100 in order to get to the 105 in gross, right? So then what you do is you take that 49,100 and you divide it by the 32, okay? And what that says is that now, in order for you to reach 105,000 in gross on the 32 deals you have left, which will total to 75, that means that you need to run 1,534 a copy. Okay? You guys see how I did that? And look, this is what you guys need to do every single morning. Okay? Do this every single morning. You all listen to me. When I was in the box, I did it after every single deal, right? Let alone every single morning. I had a thing that I used to do. After every single deal I did, I figured my paycheck. All right, that's how I stayed on top of the money I was making for the month. That's how I stayed on top of my numbers, my percentages, the whole nine, right? After every single deal, I figured out my paycheck, right? Because come the 29th, come the 28th, come the 30th of the month, it was never a surprise to me, right? Like, I knew what I was going to make before they knew, obviously, right? I knew before I ever turned in a recap, before I ever turned in my sheet to the accounting department, to the office manager, whatever the case may be, right? I always knew the money that I had made. So this is how you do it, okay? You figure the information every single day, and if you want to get real tight on it, right, you figure the information after every single deal, right? Like here, I'm sure that you can figure it after every single deal, right? They're not overrun with traffic at the moment, right? So that's how you do it, man. And you know what? If you make this a habit, right? If you create this habit, then you'll always carry it with you your whole career, so you'll never be average. Here you go, champion. How many deals you average per month here?
Personally, about between 40 to 60.
Between 40 to 60, depending on the month. July, 60, January, 40.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Cool. So see, you'll have plenty of time, you know, if you're doing, you know, 50-ish deals, right? So what you want to do is you want to not only figure your forecast, right? Like every day that you, like if you were a finance manager here at this dealership, you're going to walk in, right? You're going to go into your finance office after waving hi to everybody. And then you're going to walk straight in there. And the first thing you do before you go into any meeting, the first thing you do before you log on to anywhere, right? The first thing you do, you know, right after you get your coffee is you figure out your benchmark. You figure out where you're at in reference to your forecast, all right? Don't let this month slip up on you. Look, it's the 17th of the month, right? It's the Monday after Easter. It's the 17th of the month, right? Let's go in here and get it on, man, right? Let's go in here and get it on. And for every GM and GSM on this call right here, for every owner that's on this Facebook Live, listen to me. Don't accept mediocre out of your F&I department. Don't accept it. Don't accept average out of your F&I department, right? F&I managers are way too valuable, right? We're extremely trained, and we're trained to generate revenue, right? In the heart of circumstance, it don't matter what the circumstance is, right? We're extremely trained, right? So don't accept mediocre. Hold your people accountable, right? F&I managers, manage to your expectation, okay? And that goes for everybody on this call right here. Manage to your expectation. Okay, manage to your expectation. So if your expectation is 75 deals and $1,400 a copy and $105,000 in growth, manage to that expectation every single morning. All right, GMs, GSMs, listen, owners. If 75 deals out of each finance manager, $1,400 a copy out of each finance manager, if every office each month, right, is worth $105,000 in gross to you every month, then manage to that expectation, right? Don't accept average out of your people. Don't accept average. Don't let that be a finance office that only produces, you know, $70,000 a month when it should produce $105,000 a month, regardless as to who is in there, right? Don't accept average, right? So I don't care if it's your friend or not. I don't care if it's your family member or not. The F&I office is designed to generate revenue. Period, point blank, right? We can be buddies, you know, outside. We can be buddies down the street and on the off times when we go hit that golf course. But for right now, when we're inside of a dealership and it's the 17th of the month, guess what? We got to go get it in, right? You have got to make money because that's why you're here. Right? That's why these cats are going to be here till 9 o'clock tonight, right? Till 10 o'clock tonight to provide for their families, right? Not just exist inside of a car dealership, but to provide for their families, right? So make sure that you don't accept mediocre, right? Make sure that you don't accept average. Craig says no better feeling than coming out after a deal than the desk says, man, good luck. We need you because we're losing money on this one. And fist bump the tower and say, hey, I got your money back. Yeah, absolutely. And you slap the recap down on the desk, right? So Craig is saying when the desk says, hey, man, look, we took a short deal, but we need your help on this one, right? And the finance manager walks in there, does their thing, right? And then walks out and says, hey, I got your money back, man. I got you. I took care of you. And you slap that recap down on your desk. You're right, man. There's no better feeling, right? And then, look, that's when you're giving the owner and the GM an ROI, right? You're giving them the return on their investment. When you're able to be that finance person, you're giving them the return on their investment, right? For giving you the opportunity, right? you're giving them the return on investment, because they can hire anybody and put them in that F&I office who says, hey, I've been in the business, right? Because that's what most people do, right? They walk into an interview and say, hey, my name is whoever, and I've been in the business, so I should get the opportunity, you should hire me, right? But GMs and dealer principals, GSMs, if you're hiring F&I managers for your store, what I want you to continue to ask them from here on is, all right, cool, I'm glad you've been in the business, but what will I get? What kind of ROI can you guarantee me, right? If I give you the opportunity, what kind of ROI will I get out of this opportunity, right? What will you give me for giving you a shot here, right? That's how you hire the right F&I person. Put them on the spot, Ask that of anybody. If you're a GSM and you're hiring a salesperson, if you're a finance director and you're hiring a sales manager, whoever, right? What kind of ROI will I get out of hiring you and putting you here at my store? What kind of ROI will I get, right? Who cares how long you've been in the business? That's not a concern, how long you've been in the business, right? We're not concerned about that. We're concerned about the ROI. And listen to me, finance managers, this is how you get the maximum ROI out of your month, right? You're investing your time in your month, right? You're investing time away from your children, right? You're investing time away from your spouses, right? You're putting in this work. You ready? All right, I'll be back there in a second. You're putting in this work, right? So if you're going to put in all this work, then listen to me. Get the ROI out of it. And the way that you get the ROI out of it is you do your forecast every month. I think they got my car ready, y'all. So it was wonderful. It was wonderful seeing you guys this morning. No interview. Here's a menu. What can you do? I tear up resumes. I don't care what you did. I care what did that. You know what? 1,000%. That's exactly it. 1,000%. 1,000%. Right? We don't care about your resume. Right? 1,000%, man. So look, they're done with my caddy, so I'm gonna jump in it. Listen to me. I want to hear some success stories today in the F&I 20 group. Okay? I want to hear some success stories today in the F&I 20 group. I want to hear that you guys are going out getting results. I want to hear that you're on pace to close your month strong. Okay? I want to hear that you figured your money this morning. That you figured out your numbers this morning, and that you're on pace. Okay? That's what I want to hear, man. No mediocre. Okay? We're here. We're gonna kill mediocre. We're gonna kill average. We're making F&I great again. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a wonderful day. Okay. See you guys. Thank you guys for being on here. Peace.